So this is like an ideal world um, solution, but I think if you're gonna actually, you've got a dog, right? And you're gonna go on holiday for a couple of weeks, a month, 6 weeks, whatever, right? I think this is something if you can do, you've got the means, you've got the time, you've got the money to do it. This is what you should do. This is what my granddad did, and also when I've dog sitted for people, um, it's been very similar to this, what they've done with me, right? So this is like the bare sort of bones of what my granddad would do. He'd ideally get someone that knows the dog already, but let's say there isn't someone who knows the dog who's available. Like at least 2 weeks before he's going to go away, he would get this person to come around the house and meet the dog, get to know the dog. He'd go for walks with this person and the dog. He'd have this person eat at the table with him in the house where the dog is. So the dog kind of like learns that this person's like one of us, right? And he would even go as far as like in the last week, the person would come and walk with the dog every time. He would take the dog. They'd walk from his house to where the dog was going to stay, and have dinner, whatever, hang out at the dog sitter's house where the dog is going to be. So the dog's kind of being introduced to the environment, and he'd even leave the dog there like one night or so in that week before he went away. And then the idea of that is that the dog isn't just suddenly like traumatized and shocked of like, where the fuck is my owner, like what's happening. And that kind of shit can be kind of very unsettling for dogs, if my granddad's right about dogs. So yeah, I mean, if you really don't want to fuck your dog's head up and you're gonna go away for a while, introduce your dog to the sitter, introduce the sitter to the house, make the sitter part of the group a little bit. Go to the sitter's house with the dog, leave the dog there at least one night, and then maybe the dog's not gonna be so fucked up when you just vanish for like how many weeks. Like the times when I would dog sit was a little bit different. I would go and stay at the person's house because I'm looking after the dog and the house. So I'd be looking after the house and the dog when they're away, but I'd go and I was at these people's houses for a while, to the point where the dog knew me, and then it was like no real problem, you know. Apart from I'm not great at looking after dogs. But just to add at the end, I kind of should have gone a bit further with that. I think I am good at looking after dogs, but I'm not good at being super careful about them. I kind of like dogs to have a little bit of a free rein, so when I have looked after dogs, they have at times disappeared for a while. I'll go on a walk without a leash and have disappeared into the woods and maybe not come back for a day and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm kind of good at looking after dogs. They always came back, right? And there was like the first time I ever dog sat, but it wasn't for money or anything. This was like, wasn't in a professional capacity. It was basically a mate, and he's like, look man, I've got to go away for 2 days or whatever, like just need you to look after like my house and the dog. I'm like, yeah, no worries, you know, I'll do that for you. But he's like, him and his missus, like, whatever you do not let the dog off the leash. You know, like in Gremlins, like whatever you do, like don't feed him after midnight. It's like that. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Okay, cool, I can do that, no worries. And he was like, you know, I already knew this dog, spent a bit of time, it seemed pretty chill. You know, like maybe go for a few walks, the dog's totally fine. There's no dogs anywhere. Like the next time we go for a walk, I'm like, I can let this dog off, man. You know, I just got this thing where I don't like dogs on a leash, because with dogs that I had, I'd let off the leash all the time. It's like, oh, the dog I had, it's like, fuck it. So I made a mistake. I let this dog off the leash, and it would not fucking come back for I don't know how long, man. And eventually I did the trick I used to do with my dog. I was like, okay, I'm going to walk home, see you around, fuck off. And normally that's when I realize, okay, they'll run up and let you put the leash on. Now this dog just stood there. I walked away, and then there's one road next to this park. No one ever drives down it much, right? This car's coming, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Oh shit. So I start like running to go in front of the car. At that time, that's when the dog runs. Car hits the dog. Dog runs fucking away into the forest. Had to get everyone I knew to come and help find it. Found it in the end. It was like, it wasn't hurt. It was like just a little bit shocked and like kind of shivering in some tree roots, you know. So yeah, okay, that was my first dog sitting, and I learned a lot that day. But yeah, the whole point of this video is basically, I think if you've got the money and you've got the time, just like the worst thing I think you do is go and dump a dog at a shelter, because the dog has no idea what's happening. Like, you can't explain to them. I'm just going to put you like with these people you don't know, all these dogs that are barking, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. They've got no idea, you know.